views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call.
The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network as she provides energetic shifts and consistent results in every area of life, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success. Many people who shift out of limiting beliefs roar with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. The truth is funny. Shift happens. Feel instant relief. Stay tuned for more fun and release struggle and suffering. And now, here's your host, Colette Stefan.
Good morning. This is Colette Marie Stefan. Welcome to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay tuned for the next hour and experience the instant relief of using your intuition to solve life's most challenging issues. Shift happens every Wednesday at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, and you can catch us again in the archives at thetruthisfunny.com, transformationtalkradio.com, and transformationradio.fm. So the energetic shifts that are done on the show right now in real time, when you listen later, you will still get the benefit from those through the Higher Self Network, HSN. So it's my pleasure to share life-transforming information and to take your calls today. I'm flying solo with my dragons, and we are here to do readings for people. I can pick cards for you, or if you have questions or whatever, you can feel free to call in. And the number is 1-800-930-2819. So I thought I would, I haven't been on the show on my own for a bit. And had a lot of amazing new people on the show coming in from around this area with Elizabeth Beads at the Mountain Spirit Festival. And I just want to thank those people. On the weekend I was speaking there and had such an amazing time, and it was such a beautiful event. I just want to put a big shout out to everybody on, first and foremost to Elizabeth, because she's the one that had organized it, and it's a very big job. And then also to her whole team. You guys did an amazing job, and it was a lot of fun. Had a really, really awesome time. I was only out there for an hour to speak because I was at the Holistic Fair again on Sunday. And so I just wanted to also say, for those of you that have been going out to the Holistic Fair, just to be aware that there throughout the summer, there are no fairs until September 16th, and we will be there for sure on the September 16th it's at the Laurel Packard building, but they take a break through the summer. So I just wanted to mention that. And then I'm also wanting to mention that I am going to be having a Layer 1 seminar, and that will be in September on September 22nd and 23rd. And the night before that, on the Friday, I will be giving a free Shift Happens live talk. And so that's where you can come and you can check out what it feels like in person to be shifted energetically. And that's what I do, is I pull people out of the audience, and then we enjoy that on the Friday night from 7 till 9. That will be at the Wingate by Windham. My hotel changed. So for those of you who came out to the last Shift Happens live event, the day before that talk, the hotel changed names and I wasn't aware of it. And so if you were looking for the Holiday Express, it's now the Wingate by Windham is the name of the hotel now. And so just letting people know that. And then I'm also very happy to say at the end of September, on the 28th, I'll have another on the Friday night, another live talk event. And also I'm going to be having my first Layer 4 seminar. So excited about that. I'm going to have some actual dragon sayers. So, after the fourth seminar that is attended, you're officially a dragon sayer. And that's I'm promoting my students that have reached that level, and to empower them to also use this energy work in the way that they want, and to empower them to do that. So that's kind of what's been going on for me in the last, well, I guess it's been in the last few months. I've really noticed this. I've had this feeling that intuitively that this summer is a good time to kind of chill out a bit and really sort of go inside and really get to that still point to ask ourselves some of the challenging questions that are going on in our lives right now. The card that I picked, well, actually I started a new dragon, and she has been pretty aggressively wanting to be painted. I have a bit more done on her now, but I showed the sketch. You can check that out on Facebook, and you can also, I'm sending a newsletter out in the next day or so, and you can also check out the new dragon. She's just a sketch right now, but she's insight, and she's flying in. Her head and her wings are vertical, and her body's flying in sideways, and that's kind of what it feels like these days. You got to really stay focused on what's going on in your own life, as well as what's going on around the world, and just allow yourself to be in a position of really testing the energy and making sure, because there's a lot of things happening in astrologically. There's a lot happening astrologically. We've got the full moon coming in on the 27th here, like today and tomorrow sort of thing, tonight. And this is, the full moon is in Capricorn. And it's also a time where there's 6 or 7 planets going retrograde right now. So retrograde just means, from our perspective, from the Earth, they appear to have stopped or be going backwards, but it's just it's kind of an illusion. Having said that, the energy of all these planets going retrograde, it's having quite a huge effect on people, because one of the main ones is that Mars is, and that was yesterday. And I don't know if the rest of you have noticed. I've been like go go go. I've had very very busy time as far as career and just getting things done around my environment, around my yard, in my home. And this is the energy that a lot of us have been experiencing. We've been really driven. When I talk to people, they're saying, like, it feels like go, go, go. And really a kind of aggressive energy that way. And so now, that school is getting out in the next couple of days. Some of you already have children who are out of school. I'm just getting that's another, when children are getting out of school, a lot of people go energetically weak to that. It's on one hand, it's freedom, and it's like, being able to, have the kids like not on a regular schedule, et cetera. But when they're not on a regular schedule and the parents still have to be on a regular schedule for work, et cetera, that's the number one weakness. So we're just going to strengthen for everybody to have, to enjoy the summer. And, it doesn't have to be expensive to enjoy summer. I suggest for everybody, really get out at least a half an hour a day in nature. And, enjoy having that, because this is a very healing nature. Like, when we get into it, and there's a lot happening around in the world, and it seems like things are stuck, getting outside and just like walking, particularly on a beach in the sand, and just feeling that can be extremely beneficial. So, the dragon for the day is insightful, even though she's not done, and she's just kind of a sketch right now. But I also thought, in all fairness, choose another card today, and that would be, and what came up is the attachment card. And the attachment is a karmic space. And this is about when we get too attached to people, places, things, the way, or sentimental about the way things are, sentimental about people. Right now, what's happening is a lot of people, because of these 6 planets going backwards, like the Mars in particular from yesterday until August 27th, this is a good time to reflect on the actions we have taken in the past that maybe have been not strong or not 100% strong, and in other words, weak. And when I say weak, I don't mean that necessarily the actions themselves weren't strong actions to take, but maybe the timing was off or the efficiency wasn't there. So we want to strengthen that for everybody. It's coming up timing. And so Mars is an aggressive planet. That's, Aries, energy of being birthed into the world, etc. And that's kind of what this energy is feeling like right now. And Saturn's also going retrograde and has since April 18th. And that brings up a lot of issues around our boundaries and around, our childhood issues. And are we doing things from our subconscious mind, or are we doing things, from our congruent with our subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind? And so this is the kind of energy, like setting strong boundaries for ourselves and allowing ourselves to change. We have a quick break coming up here, and we have someone that has been patiently waiting to have a reading or a shift here. So when we come back, we'll take that call. Just hang in there, and you are listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio with Colette Marie Stefan. My guests are my dragons from Tales from the Vector. You can check those out at www.tales, T-A-I-L-S, from the vector.com. And I also just wanted to mention that those are also available on thetruthisfunny.com also. We'll be right back, 1-800-930-2819. Feel free to call in. We'll be right back after this short break.
Stay juicy. Tune in to Your Juicy Love with me, Una Drake, co-hosting monthly with Dr. Pat, and every second Monday at 12 p.m. on Transformation Talk Radio. My show, Your Juicy Love, helps you find the dynamic, life-affirming love you've always wanted. Transform your relationships and bring peace, joy, and juicy, juicy love to planet Earth. For more information, visit unadrake.com.
The Janice Underwood Show, helping you create the life you want, not the life you tolerate. Tune in each Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio as Janice delves into the life creator system and the next step in your spiritual evolution. Janice Underwood is gifted at helping spiritually minded people shift their mindsets to unleash the creator within. Our souls wish to wake us up. Those of us listening hear the call. Do you? For more information, visit janiceunderwood.com.
Practice living in wholeness with the body tune-up. 6 classes for $89 designed for radical self-healing and self-regeneration. Heal the deepest root of any challenge. The mental body was programmed in negativity, not good enough, separate from source. You're too much, you'll never make it. The emotional body holds all the pain and trauma of emotional suppression, all the pain from this life and life's past. The spiritual body is the place you connect with your higher power, your higher self, with the image and likeness of the One. The physical body houses and expresses the other 3 bodies every day. Go to CorneliaStephanie.com. Evolve, become a practitioner. We need to heal, integrate, and bring into wholeness and harmony the physical body, addressing all the other bodies in order to live in our true, authentic nature.
Are you looking to grow spiritually, expand your consciousness, increase psychic abilities? Well, there's a free app for that. Pure Light offers audios that transmit high spiritual frequencies to help you awaken to your full potential. Hundreds of audios created by some of the world's top energy healers and many are free. Enjoy the latest in conscious technology and download Pure Light today. To find out more, visit purelight.audio.com.
Could you swim with sharks? Is fear holding you back from living your life? The time is now to jump in and be courageous. Shelley Ryan has created a retreat to help you move past your fears with confidence. Join her June 30th through July 7th in Mexico. Have some fun, relax. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to be courageous with a whale and shark adventure. For more information, visit yournextchaptercoaching.com.
We're back on The Truth is Funny with Colette Marie Stefan, and today I am flying solo with my dragons from Tales from the Vector. And as I said, you can see those dragons at www.talesfromthevector.com. And we do have a caller that has been patiently waiting, so we're just going to take that call. Do we have Leon Carter?
Lee from New Jersey, you're on the air.
Hello,
Hi,
Lee from New Jersey. Good. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome. What can I do for you today?
Well, I was just calling in to see about getting a reading.
Awesome. Okay, so is there something in particular, a question that you have or something that you would like to resolve here?
Yeah, I guess work right now is a little tumultuous with going on with a lot of change. I shouldn't say tumultuous. So I'd just like to see how I'm going to end up.
Okay, so, I just want to point out that with my cards, they're a little bit different because this oracle is not 100% done. I have 64 cards, and I now have 60 complete. But it's a project I've been doing for 12 years. And so I can use these cards. I'm just going to pick 3 of the ones that are here. And we're just going to see what this is, like what the major thing. A lot of people are really right now finding that, work is tumultuous. This has been like, especially people that are working in offices. But the cards that I chose for you, which is like, this is really awesome, is I picked the Raw card, which is life force energy. And whenever on the back of all my cards, life force energy is there to boost it. And this is the healing and also like double boost card. So this one and the other 2 I picked, the one is the Energizer. And that is about providing an energetic upgrade, which is not surprising. That's a little dragonfly, and she's stirring the pond of bliss with her tail. And the other one is actually one of the it doesn't surprise me that this card is coming up today. It is one of the tactics. I talk about the tactics. Tactics were identified by Edward Snowden. He was an operative from the CIA, contracted out from the CIA and NSA, and he's the one that is now in Russia. But he pointed out that there is these tactics that the government uses on people, but I've also noticed that these are tactics that we use on ourselves. And when we start to think about the government as that, we are the government, and that when we stop using these tactics on ourselves and on others, then what happens is it's not, if we don't employ these tactics, then the people that we employ no longer have permission to use these tactics either. But the one that came up was disruption. And disruption is, when you create something that sort of takes people away from their goals, etc. And what's coming up here is like this disruption card is actually the card where I have all the holidays on it. And seeing that we're going into summer vacation now, what I'm getting is happening at your work is that they're trying to get everything done before the summer hits, right? And I'm pretty much, if you didn't get it done now, it's probably going to have to wait till, have you ever noticed how challenging it can be to connect with people during the summer holidays? And so just strengthening for everybody out there that, this Mars energy that I was talking about before the break here, this energy is really aggressive. It's like, get out there, get things done, da-da-da-da-da. And a lot of people have been noticing that this has been something that's been going on since the beginning of this year, really. I mean, I felt it really intensely. I've been really busy. I did 16 more paintings. I've written 3 manuals now and rewritten 1, and I was going on speaking engagements and fairs, and now it's paddleboard season. So I'm just getting for you to recognize that there's a time when we can be really productive and we feel driven. And then there's a time where it's a good time to relax. And for myself, during the Christmas holidays, that's when I get the vast majority of my work done, because everybody else is busy trying to perfect that. And I kind of let that go a while ago. So for the holidays, I tend to get caught up in my work in the ways of just knowing the timing. That's what's coming up for you. So it's going to knowing when to push and when to, take a seat back. So when you get in touch with the thought of work, and are you working throughout the entire summer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's weakening a lot of people. It's when they call it summer holidays. When you were a little kid,
right?
When you were a little kid, did you get to go on lots of holidays?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we did.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, you say of course, but lots of people don't. See, that's what's coming up weak is a lot of people in the summer, some families can't afford holidays. And so it's kind of, or if they're in agriculture or whatever, that it may be their busiest time of the year. And so these are so it's kind of like an uneven playing ground is what's coming up. And so, just getting you strong. Do you, when you think about on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being I love work. And, let's go the other way. 10 being I really dread going to work, and 0 being, I'm all neutral to it. Where are you on that scale?
Well, let's say 2 months ago, I was, 0, which means I was great and happy to go to work, right? That's what we said?
Mm-hmm.
And now with all the change going on, I'm starting to work my way up to an 8 right now, but I'm trying to be neutral and just let things go and see how everything pans out.
Okay, so just take a deep breath, because I'm getting that this is out of your control.
Yes.
This change that's happening at work, this is out of your control. And so sometimes when people feel like something is out of control, or they see they have no control, what happens is they go into a sense of trying to control. And the word you used was trying. And anytime you use the word trying, it means that you're not doing. And so we're just going to strengthen you to this, that you can get totally neutral to going to work. And I'm getting you're actually not bothered yourself. It's actually the people around you that are bothered. And so we want to get you really, that would be the sensuality dragon card. That's the pretty pink one if you're looking for it later or whatever. This is a beautiful little dragonfly, and this is about using our senses to work for us rather than against us. So have you been the sort of person that has been told that you are maybe too sensitive at times?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what's coming up. And so we want to get you strong to using your sensitivity to really, really ace it. Because it's our senses, our ability to feel, to be able to hear, see, taste, smell. And the thing is that many people rely just on their, or mostly on their sight. And when you consider that we can only see 4% of the electromagnetic spectrum, that leaves 96% unseen. And a lot of people will say, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And just strengthening for you to be able to use all of your senses. You're being able to be really, what's coming up right now for the vast majority of people on especially in North America right now with the political situation going on there, like with all the talk around the immigration, et cetera. You are from the United States, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah. So from a Canadian perspective or a European perspective, it's very different than the perspective that the people in the United States have in many ways, because we're not there to witness it or to really experience it ourselves. And so we're just going to strengthen you to the energy coming in from that. There's a lot of people kind of that are really working hard to navigate through their sensitivities around these issues. And so we just strengthen everybody to that, really going with your heart and really being able to feel with your heart and recognizing that the people around you, we want to just strengthen you to the people around you. So if they're upset about about change at work, that you can kind of put yourself, your authentic self triad is what I call it, where your body and your soul and your spirit are balanced and even, and you're in this calm place. And, so you could be the eye of the storm for the people around you when you go to work. When you go calm, everybody else around you, we're just going to strengthen this, can also be calm. And it's in the calm and the eye of the storm that we really, that's when we go inward and we get the answers for ourselves. If you want to hang on through the break, because we've got to take a quick break here, I'll work on this a little bit more. I'm not just working on you, because you're already shifting right now, but I'm using you kind of as a catalyst for everybody else out there that is also afraid of the changes coming on. So thank you for calling in. And if you hang in there for the break, then we'll come back and finish this and see where you're at. This is Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. I'll be right back with my dragons here and taking more calls. 1-800-930-2819. Let's make some shift happen.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
This is Debbie Pokornik with a break-free parenting tip. Parenting will always be a bit of a mystery. Who knows why some parenting ideas work and others do not? Or why some kids seem to succeed despite family setbacks, while others have so much given to them and yet fail to thrive. The one thing we do know is that once you have a child, you'll never be quite the same again. Awe-inspiring emotions like overwhelming love, extreme guilt, intense frustration, and incredible joy make this job second to none. Breaking free of parenting pressures means recognizing the pieces that make us unique, the pieces that we carry with us from the past, and the pieces that are influenced by the society we live in. When we can pick and choose which pieces we want to keep around and change the others to align with our inner wisdom, we will feel more self-assured in our role as a parent.
For information and to work with Debbie, visit empoweringnrg.com.
Hi, this is Laura Richer, host of On the Verge Radio. Sometimes you hear encouraging messages like transform your life now, become empowered, create the life you crave, and it all seems overwhelming and you're not sure where to start. I'm here to tell you that self-improvement is not always fun and easy, but it is always worth it. The path to creating positive changes begins with releasing the things that have been holding you back. Then you can create a life that inspires you. I know this because I've done it. You can find out more about what I do by visiting my website, seattlehealinghypnosis.com. I look forward to supporting you on your journey.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving, even in the face of adversity. Say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
This is Colette Marie Stefan. You are listening to The Truth is Funny. I have my dragons from Tales from the Vector on with me today, and I have a caller who called in, Lee from Jersey, and I'm just want to check in with you, Lee. How are you? Yeah. Have you noticed a shift at all in this? When you think about going to work?
The shift in the way I felt from being happy and yes. Oh yeah, definitely. It's a big shift.
Yeah. Okay, good. So we're just going to strengthen you to this. And like I said, I was using you as a rudder for everyone else. Because what happens is when a lot of us have negative experiences of when we pay attention to change. And, if we pay attention to change, and then it usually is when something is a crisis or something, people tend to notice what would be perceived as negative change sooner than they do positive change. And I find this quite often with people when I'm working with them. I'll ask them, what do you want? And they will say, I'm not sure, but they know what they don't want. And so we're just going to strengthen everybody to that. If you know what you don't want, but you can't figure out what you want, then, entertain the opposite of what you don't want. And so, that's one way of really sort of giving ourselves permission to define the direction we want to go in. And I'm just getting for you, what I was working on is the hearing and listening. That's what's coming up, and communication. So communication between coworkers, communication with family, and communications with the world at large is what's coming up. And so we're just going to strengthen all of that for you. And also one of the cards that came up is my dissemination card. This is when you believe your own press. And so this is that Mars energy and the Saturn energy going retrograde, which I'll talk about a little bit more if I have time, is, there's a lot of Neptune's going retrograde also, and that's causing all these kind of spiritual issues coming up, like people really wanting to know what kind of person they want to be. And then also, when we have this energy of it's coming up just aggression in change. And so we're just going to strengthen everybody to that change for the better. And so allowing change for the better and recognizing that if something really wonderful happens, that the other shoe doesn't have to drop, that we can ride that wave and really get ourselves in a place of strength. And I feel like we're just going to strengthen that for you and for everybody else listening now and later to recognize this is a great time to ask ourselves those questions about, who, do I really, I'll give you for instance, since I was 13, I love coffee. I drink coffee in the morning, and I always drink it with, I always put brown sugar in it. And I've been doing that since I was 13. And about a month ago, I ran out of brown sugar, and I was like, I don't know if I really actually like brown sugar anymore. Raw sugar. And I just quit using it. And it's kind of like, you know what? I like my coffee better without the sugar in it. And that was kind of just a for instance. So just sort of being really open, kind of innocent like a child, and just allowing yourself to ask yourself, is this really coming from me or is it coming from outside of me? That's a really strong foundational question to ask when you're being kind of bombarded by energies that maybe are not in your control. So when you get in touch with that, how does that feel to you?
I'm trying to figure that out.
You don't have to figure it out. Just go to your heart and take a deep breath. And let's just strengthen you to this, that you could actually be the calm leader of your group. How does that feel?
Okay. It feels good because, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to refer back to what you had said before about how in situations people look at the negative aspect before they look at the positive aspect. And it's funny, with my kids, I always tell them, focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. And I'm not taking my own advice.
I was just going to say.
And it seems like a lot of us aren't.
Yes, there you have it. So you got it, right? And so when you go into this calm place, you're going to be the calm person in the group when you're dealing with your family, etc. And it's just a state you go to. You run the energy up and down your spine, feel your heart, plug in. And, fighting is, some people really love to fight. And that Aries energy was really aggressive. And now it's being pulled away as of yesterday. The aggression, it's not, this is a chance for us to all go, whew, okay, let's chill out and see.
Yes, good.
Yeah. And so you're strong to that. And we're just going to get it so that you're going to be kind of like I said, the eye in the storm. That people, when they come around you, they're automatically going to go calmer. And this is what neutrality does for us, when we can get to a place where we're energetically in alignment with the very best that can happen, and we're not like freaking out in fear over the very worst, then we can be strong to everything else in between and actually make effective choices. That, strong choices. And so let's take the advice that you gave your kids. And we'll all go with that, and have an amazing summer. And thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
All right. You too. Carter, it seems we have another caller here. So we'll take this call. Rome?
Yes.
Hi, Rome. This is Colette. How are you?
Hi, Colette. Very well, thank you.
Good. How Rome was at my seminar. Oh gosh, that's almost a month ago now, Rome.
Yes.
So, yeah. What are you experiencing? What can I do for you today?
Well, Colette, number one, thank you so much. Constantly feeling the benefits of shifting along this journey. And my question for you today, or for myself and for your other listeners, how can I feel that I could serve animals in a bigger and better way, in a clearer way, the animal kingdom, pets, and animals in the community and all around me. I'm very passionate about animals, and I feel that it's getting clearer and clearer to me that my purpose is to help out. But
okay, so let's change that. Let's just change that. Take a deep breath. And so just think about, on a scale of 0 to 10, because I like to get a baseline, 0 being I'm totally neutral to moving forward in this, and 10 being like, I really want to do this and don't know how, and it's bugging me. Where are you on that scale?
Ooh, I'm probably about a 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's like, so we're just going to strengthen this for you. What's coming up is, it's like you want to be a voice for the animals around it's coming up, not just like pets, but animals around the world, right? And so we're just going to, we're going to strengthen this for you and for everybody else listening in. There's kind of like when you get in touch with what's going on with the animals of the world, what do you perceive the number one issue is?
Disregard, domination, disregard.
Okay, so this is when you said that right away. What I picked is it's called it's the socialized card, which is anticipation and expectation, and in the sign of Libra. And so we're just going to strengthen that for everybody, the balance here. And this is what's coming up is like Libra is about balance and about, judgment, letting go of judgment. And so we're just going to strengthen that. Yeah, because what's coming up for you is that, when I test it energetically, you actually prefer animals to people. Have you noticed that? Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So we want to strengthen you because you see, I used to own a dog boutique, and someone said to me once, "Oh, you're so lucky. You get to just work with the animals. You don't have to deal with people." And I'm like, I've never met a dog with a wallet yet. So generally, when you deal with animals, you're also dealing with people. And so it's I have a card that is my card for animals, and it's the intent card. And intention, intent is also can also be a karmic space. So we want to strengthen for animals around the planet the intentions. It's coming up, the intentions people have around the animals, the intentions that you have around that. We're just going to strengthen you to that. In everyday life, there are so many things we can do to empower the animals. And that's one thing that I really wanted you to notice is that you use the word that you want to help animals. And when we use the word help quite often, it makes us feel helpless. And it's kind of what's coming up here. It's really beautiful, really. What's coming up here is the energy around the animals. And I have a card that's also pride, and that picture that is also a karmic space. And that's this card has a lion on it, and it's Cecil from Africa. And I worked a lot on that lion, and when after the whole situation around that, and what I found is that there's always a place where we can open our hearts up to both sides of this equation. And so we want to be really, really strong to recognizing that animals really don't need our help, that animals really empower us in many ways to move forward in our lives. And they teach us many, many things. So it's coming up that the communication between animals and communicating for animals. So we're at this place where we have to take another break here. So what I was going to do is, if you want to hold on, I'm going to work on this some more during the break, and then come back and strengthen this for everybody, that we could all have better communication, whether it's with our pets or whether it's when the birds fly into the yard or we see an animal, and also what's coming up is letting go of the despair of what's happening to some animals, so that's something I'm going to work on the break, and we'll come back right after that. This is Colette Marie Stefan. You are listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. We'll be right back after this short break.
Tune in to the hit show Raging Skillet Radio, Mouthing Off with Chef Rossi. Chef Rossi mouths off about different subjects in pursuit of breaking down walls and opening up your minds. She and Dr. Pat banter back and forth, taking from the headlines of the day on subjects that reach beyond what goes on in the world into your hearts. And go to theragingskillet.com to find out more and let Chef Rossi know what's on your mind.
How would you like increased health and vitality? How would you like to avoid the onset of disease as well as slow the aging process? This is all possible through a simple, safe, and natural process. Every day we are either moving toward wellness or away from wellness.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. I'd like to be your partner in achieving optimal health. Contact me now at maryjanemack.com or call 425-392-0659. Visit maryjanemack.com.
defining success and putting minds to work. With the Higher Learners Career and Leadership Series, Rudy Racine will help you craft your personal definition of success, offering support and guidance as you move forward towards your goals. Take the leap. With the right mix of focus and motivation, anything can be achieved. Tune in every first and third Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 Eastern, and for more information on Rudy Racine and Higher Learners, visit Rudy's site at higherlearners.com. That's HIRE learners.com.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthIsfunny.com.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show, talk radio to thrive by. I am so thrilled to be talking to all of you. We have got talk radio for all of us. Are you ready and willing and able to accept all of the abundance you can muster up in your life? Yeah! Check us out at drpatshow.com, transformationtalkradio.com, transformationradio.fm. Oh my goodness.
This is Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. I have Rome on the line with me. Rome,
yes.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes,
so
I am.
On the break, before the break, what we were talking about is you wanting to be in a position where you can use this energy work to empower animals around the planet.
Yes.
And so we're going to strengthen this. I was working on this for you, and the two cards that came back up were integrity and transition. And so what I'm getting is that you are going through a major transition around this. What's coming up, and we've worked on this diligently because you had a lot of negative experiences with people and your animals. And so there was a lot of sadness around that. And what's coming up, I pulled the transition card. And the transition card, what's coming up, and this is so beautiful because what I was saying is like with Jupiter also going into retrograde in March until the middle July 10th, this is about global causes. And so we're just going to strengthen, you to really be able to sit with this one. And it's coming up, ending the sadness around this. And being able to birth into this new place of possibilities, and just strengthening.
Beautiful.
Yes, and then the other card that I pulled up was the integrity card. So being in your own integrity, and what I mean by that is also this integrity card is also about being integral, like pulling all the elements of ourselves together. And using that, all the skill set that we've gained over our time that we've been on this planet, and maybe perhaps when we haven't, and using those skills in a new way, it's coming up with strong, purposeful communication. And also, just for people listening in, the card that the intention card is the intent. That's my animal card, and just putting it out there for everybody to recognize. And this is also the integrity card. And see, there's a little dog joining in to put their 2 cents in.
That's right.
Yeah. And so just that, the integrity card is also about, being in this place of recognizing that we were not put on this earth to have domain over animals. people seem to be confused about that a little bit. We were put on this planet to live in peace and harmony with the other creatures on this planet. And, Mother Earth loves her animals just as she loves us. And so when we, just keeping that in mind, that there's underlying all this, that the answer for this is unconditional love. And starting to recognize first within ourselves and within others the points and the parts of us that are amazing and wonderful, and strengthening that as human beings and in humanity. We quite often, when it comes to the news, we quite often will hear about the bad news, and so we want to strengthen for you to be kind of like, as you're working through this, I'm getting just really writing down and defining your skill set when it comes to animals and also to people. Because the way we're going to empower animals of the earth is to empower the people on the earth who want to empower the animals. Does that make sense to you?
That makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going to strengthen that for you, and thank you. That was a really beautiful, something that I've been wanting to correct for. I'm always kind of on that, and I love the animals, but I also love people, and so just pulling that out, strengthening all of humanity right now, all of humanity to be in acts of love. And when I say acts of love, I mean unconditional love, like that, the love of the divine source energy, and all these beautiful gifts that have been put on this planet here for us. These animals are gifts, and many times when animals come into our lives, they come into our lives with a message. So if you have an animal come into your life that you don't normally see, pay attention to what that is. And, you can look that up if you just Google like shamanism and animals. Those animals quite often come with a message for us when they come into our personal space. And so we're just going to strengthen that for you, is getting really clear, purposeful communication from the animals and for the animals, and then being able to take that purposeful communication out to the community and strengthen the people that are wanting to empower the animals to empower themselves first so that they can. And we're going to just strengthen that. And it feels like a very powerful shift here. How are you feeling?
Powerful, empowered, very refreshed and optimistic.
Awesome. There we go. Thank you so much for calling in, Rome. It's a pleasure to connect with you. And thank you for, all your good energetic work.
Well, thank you, Colette. Shift on.
Okay. So, we have a few minutes left here. So I thought I might go through that, the rest of the planets. So I said the Neptune, Jupiter, Pluto. So Pluto is like the roto-rooter of the universe and, deep. And so we want to strengthen that, anything that's brought up in the next little while, that we would be able to handle it is what's coming up. And also, Uranus. And if you look back into 2008, that's, Uranus is a long time to come around. And, this is, if you get in touch with what was going on around this time in 2008, then you can recognize kind of like that this is kind of like the finishing of that pattern almost is what's coming up astrologically. So astrological is not more important really than a lot of the other energetic weaknesses that come up. But just lately there has been, because of all these planets, there has been many people being affected by the pull of these planets. And so that's what I feel like we've covered that. And I'm just remembering now to say happy holidays, because the next show is going to be on July 4th. And on July 4th. That's Independence Day. And so that will be, you can listen to Feel Free. That won't be a live show, but you can listen to Feel Free and catch up on what he and his brother were talking about, the Enneagram, on the 4th. And happy holidays to all of you in United States. We are sending all our love to you from Canada, and enjoy the holiday. We're going to have ours on July 1st here, and, enjoy the summer, enjoy the energy, enjoy being in this beautiful world that we are on this planet as it is now. And we just strengthen that for everybody. So we will be on next Wednesday, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time on July 4th. And then I will be having Leroy Malouf on July 11th. So we will talk then. Bye for now, and have an awesome, awesome summer.
You've been listening to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan. Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network as she provides energetic shifts and consistent results in every area of life, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. The Truth is Funny. Visit thetruthisfunny.com for more information. That's thetruthisfunny.com.